What's going on, everybody? Live Farmer 73 here. It's good to see you here. Before I get going, I do want to say to everybody, I just realized I made it to 185,000 subscribers. So I really want to say thank you. Me and my wife were just talking about that this morning. Like, you never think you will get to a point where, that many people is paying you no mind, and then all of a sudden, there it is. So I want to say thank you to everybody for getting me this far. And I want to also let you know that no matter how many people are watching you, you always treat. If you have 5 people watching you and 5 people supporting you, you treat those 5 people like 5 million people. You do the best you can do to treat those 5 people that watch and support you and help you and hold you up. You you treat those 5 people like 5 million people. I had a reality check yesterday, and I was like, I put out a video and ain't nobody really watch it. And I was kind of bummed out a little bit. All content creators go through this. If you put a lot of work into a video and nobody watches it, it does take the wind out of your sail, right? Because especially when you really go all the way in, it take the wind out your sails. But that's when you need to check yourself, reflect, shut up, and you bummed out because one video didn't work, right? But you got all these wonderful people supporting you, helping you, and sometimes you got to check yourself. You do. No matter how many people you got supporting you, sometimes you have to check yourself. And I kid you not, I had to stop and reflect. And I said, you know what? Well, my wife was like, you got 285,000 yesterday while I was boo-hooing over the little video, right? It wasn't no big deal of a video. It was just, I don't know. I pulled out a couple extra cameras for it, and that kind of threw me off. What makes you frustrated is you'll put a lot of work in one and it really don't, hit. But you would do some old crazy, I don't know, 30-second video of doing some nonsense and it just fly off the shelf. You like, I didn't even put no thought into that. It's very sobering, It's like I hate saying this saying at the end of the day. It all boils down to this. You really ain't in control of anything that on these platforms. You just do your best. And every blue moon, us as content creators lose our way and we stop making videos for ourselves. So I'm going to say this before I go in and get started on what I'm really here for. Number one, I want to say thank you to everybody that support me and got me up to 285,000 so far. And two, I want to say is never too late. It's never too late to do better. Every blue moon, you start trying to make videos for the algorithm. Then the next thing you know, you're making videos for people. And there's nothing wrong with that. But after a while, you lose yourself and stop making videos for you. You stop making videos for you, and that's when you mess up. Never stop making videos or never stop putting out content that you love. Once you stop putting out stuff that you love, and then you let the audience control you like they have a remote, or you let the algorithm control you, you a slave to the game after that. You're not even you anymore. And it's easy to fall into that category, because what happens is, one minute, you know, you got a lot of views on this one, so you try to stay in that race right there. So you forget about the stuff that you really wanted to do a video on, and the next thing you know, you doing videos, you find yourself lost because you like, golly, man. You know, I like the e-bikes, I like all the electronics, I like all of this stuff. But sometimes, you know, I don't feel like making a video about that stuff, you know. And when you get in this game, you will see how this works. But never lose yourself. Never lose yourself. And make sure you put you in every one of your projects. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and what you cannot do, because then you just selling your soul. Trust me on that. Now, again, thank you for the 285,000 friends and family here in the Greenhouse Lounge. Now, with that being said, I am here today to tell you something that I really try to stay away from this. I want to say hey to everybody in the room. I try to stay away from this subject because it's so, how can I put, this subject has been, people done little boy cry wolf with this subject I'm about to talk about. And they have played the little boy to cry wolf so much that now when people scream and shout the warnings, nobody's listening. I've been noticing the food shortages, you know, and I'm like, yes, it's short. You know, right now we should be letting each other know, and we should be warning one another or whatever, you know. But I'm gonna tell you this is where the problem happens. I've never seen it this bad. Lady Leia came home yesterday and said, yo, I was at Walmart and things really are really bad. And I'm like, yeah, I was in there the other day. She said, no. It's bad. Like, it's been like this all week. Okay. Now, we all know the holiday season is coming up. It's supposed to be like turkeys, you know, they'll clean out the cookie aisle just to put freaking turkeys in that aisle. There's no turkeys, there's no hams, there's none of this stuff that we normally get. All of our produce is gone, and I'm gonna touch on that later too. So I'm at the store today and I go from one store to another store. And from that store, I go to another store. I'm like, the Walmart close to me don't never got no food. I'm gonna go to the one way out by the people that, you know, got some money. They Walmart is almost as bad as ours. I titled this video the way I did because I'm really feeling it. I really mean it. Family, if you don't grow some food right now, if you don't learn how to grow some food, it might be detrimental to your family's health and life. I mean that. Because this all started like 2 years ago. And now here we are, and it's normal to not see food in the stores. It's normal. And it's gotten to a point where we're not thinking about it. Look, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna step out the picture for a minute. How beautiful is that scenery behind me? Beautiful, right? This is the kind of beauty that make us think everything is gonna be okay. And I'm telling you, it's not. I'm not gonna talk about the political side of this, but I think you guys see the same thing I see. I think you know the same thing I know. The people that don't believe in climate control, you don't believe in global warming, people that don't believe in that stuff, How narrow of a mind do you have to have not to believe that something is wrong? Sometimes I think those are people like those trigger trolls, is what I call them. That's what I'm calling them now, trigger trolls. Trigger trolls like to say stuff in your comments just to kind of set you off, or just to kind of get a rise out of you. That from now on, that's what we're gonna call them, trigger trolls. Trigger trolls, that's just sound funny. That's what they want. And those are the people that come in, oh, ain't no such thing as climate change. Ain't nothing. Man, you gotta be foaming at the mouth. Crazy if you don't think something ain't wrong. Something is afoot. Again, like I always say, I don't care who did it. I don't care how it happened. I don't care if it's man-made, aliens did it, or it's a sign from God. All I know is it's happening, and it's real, and it's true. Period. Stuff ain't right. I don't care if it's natural or not. With that being said, watching the news over the last few days, and they canceled crabbing season in Alaska. Did you hear what I said? They canceled crabbing season, the whole season of crabbing in Alaska. No, they didn't say, okay, we can't hunt deer this year. No, they didn't say, okay, striped bass ain't up to par, so no striped bass catching, but you can go fishing. No, they said no season in Alaska at all. So I want you guys to know, have you ever watched The Deadliest Catch? The Deadliest Catch, that television show where all of them boats and all of them people support the community and support Alaska and support the world from catching fish and crabs? Listen, did you hear what I said? See, this just ain't an Alaska problem. This is a worldwide problem. When they tell Alaska that they cannot fish, what do you think is about to happen to you and me? What do you think is about to happen? Listen, this ain't a spoof. Look at it. The boats are docked. There will be no fishing in Alaska, which supplies the rest of the world. So what do you think is about to happen? We're going to keep getting reports like this. Every 5 minutes, something is happening to the supply chain that controls our food. That's a problem. And now now the fish, now we having a problem even with the fish. Forget the land animals. Bye, King. You know what? I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna say something to you, King Hazy. You say vegan life, ignore the signs and pay. Listen, my friend, before I let you go, I'll let you go first. I'm gonna tell you this about that vegan stuff. The people that scream vegan, the people that scream vegetarian, every time we hear that stupid crap, let me tell you, it gets to me. You know why that gets to me? Because the same people that tell you, oh, stop eating meat and you'll be fine, I'm going to tell you, those are the people that email me like, Led, I don't know how to grow nothing. Every last one of those people that come on my channel and say, stop eating meat, just be a vegan. Listen to what I said, just be a vegan or just be a vegetarian. They don't even know how to grow food. So if we're all in trouble in the grocery stores, your ass is in trouble too. It ain't about what you eat. If you don't know how to grow it or you don't know how to hunt it, you good as dead. So you My friend, say hello to everybody in the cornfield for me. That was one of them trigger trolls, y'all, and it worked. But I'm glad he came in because that's the kind of dumb, ignorant thinking that's gonna get us all killed. That's the kind of dumb, ignorant thinking that's gonna get us all killed. Oh, don't eat meat, just be a vegan and you'll live. This dude don't know how to put a seed in the soil. I bet $1 to a donut he don't got no gardening skills whatsoever. His veganism comes from what's that one store, 14K produce section at Walmart. You don't know how to grow no food because it's easy to say that stupid crap. Talking about, oh, just eat some vegetables and you'll be okay. When you do that stupid crap, do you know how many? Okay, for all my vegans and vegetarians, I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian. I'm a survivor, period. I'm going to eat what I got to eat. But I'm going to tell you this. You know way better than I know how much vegetation it takes to feed you all day. You know how much vegetation it takes to feed you all week. Let's leave the price off of it. Let's leave how much it costs you every week. Let's leave that out. Let's just calculate how much vegetation it takes to feed a vegan. I'm not even going with vegetarians because they even eat fish. So, if it costs you that much to be a vegan, now you know how much you eat a week. Now I want you to go in your pocket. How much does it cost you to eat that much vegetation a week? I can guarantee you can't grow that much food in your little yard. And people like that probably got a little yard, live in an apartment. You gonna be a vegan until you ain't gonna be a vegan. You're gonna be a vegetarian until you can't be a vegetarian. Because all the food that you so-called is bashing over other people's head, what you don't understand is you can't grow it yourself. So when you can't grow it yourself, what is that gonna make you? Because it ain't in the store. It's not in the store. Ain't no lettuce. Ain't no tomatoes. All that stuff. And when you know what? I bought some avocados the other day. True story. I bought a bunch of avocados. All of them was rotten. I don't know where this looked like these avocados came straight from the depths of Hades. All of them avocados was rotten. I pick up a head of lettuce, and the head of lettuce, the outside look all frayed and little brown. It's the best one I could get now. The inside, the lettuce, they had peeled it back so many times. When I cut the damn head of lettuce open, it's just the heart of the lettuce in the middle, that bitter stuff that, you know, is real. It's almost white, it's bitter. It's like it's nothing here. So these are the dumb people that are going to get us all killed. That type of narrow-minded thinking. If you're a vegan or you're a vegetarian, more power to you. But I can guarantee you this, I bet you don't grow every freaking thing you eat. I bet you don't. So if we're all in an economic crisis on where our food is coming from, the reason I'm on this video today at all is telling you guys, you better learn how to grow some freaking food or you gonna starve to death. You better go get you some damn chickens or you gonna starve to death. You better learn how to hunt and trap and fish or you gonna starve to death. These stores, a lot of them are closing. We got a Walmart across, not too far from me, closed. Listen to me. I can't make this up. The other Walmart from me, I ain't gonna give you the mileage, but I'm gonna tell you this. How do you close a Walmart in a neighborhood where that's all they have? I've seen 2 Walmarts close over this last year. 2. One is one of those little Walmart stores, you know, the little In-N-Out Mart store for Walmart. Soon as they built that and opened it, they closed it. Then this Walmart that been here ever since I've been living in South Carolina. So I know for a fact it's been there for at least 15 years because I've been visiting. All of them are closed. It's nothing there but a big shell of a building. They don't even upkeep the doggone land. Usually when a business go down, they have to pay to keep the land up and keep the weeds cut. Nah, it's just a done deal. So you try to tell me, as bad as people need food right now, here's the dumb part. They're building banks, they're building churches, and they're building car lots and gas stations. They're building gas station, churches, all this stuff. And all the grocery stores are closing. Why you keep building banks and ain't nobody got no money? Why do you keep building car lots and building new cars and ain't nobody got no money? But you get rid of the food source that the only thing we got enough little bit of money to do is try to eat to stay alive. Everything that has to do with survival right now, there's a bad stigma on all of it. Everybody is spreading bad rumors. I did that video on that Berkey water filter, right? If you seen how many trigger trolls came in on that video, go look at them comments and how many people, and then look and see if they got a channel. You will look for the people said, oh, Berkeys don't work, Berkeys don't do nothing. Some dumb said, and the only reason I'm calling them a dumb because they're a trigger troll. They ain't even a real human. They say, I put some brown dirty water in the Berkey and it still tasted funny. Okay. If you simple enough where you gonna go put some mud at the top of your doggone Berkey and expect it's about to taste like Aquafina, you a fool. You were supposed to filter that through a couple strainers and coffee filters first, then put that water in the Berkey. If you take some mud and put it in a Berkey water filter, yeah, you gonna probably get some mud. That's ridiculous. Give me a break. Family, everything that's supposed to be helping us right now, think about this. Everything that's supposed to be helping us, they're saying is bad. Everything that's going to help us out of a jam, they say, oh yeah, that don't work. You don't want that. Every time I show an electric bike or another means of transportation, them videos don't move. They don't want no... Show people a generator. Them videos don't move. They do not want you to have no extra power. Every time I do a prepping video, them videos don't move. They don't want you prepping and being ready for this crap. And I'm going to tell you why. Because chaos sells. Chaos brings news footage. News footage brings pandemonium. Pandemonium makes the police act up and start locking folks up. Locking folks up brings forth money, free labor. Telling you, man, I don't do conspiracy theory crap. But truth is truth. And if you don't see this chain of bull crap that we doing right now, it's like a domino effect. It's a domino effect. But then they say everybody is crazy and everybody is mental. You put people in a pressure cooker, this world, for so long, it's bound to pop. Yeah, you think all of this killing and stuff going on right now? Everybody been seeing all the killings going on. All of this killing, all this murdering. Why you think? You think just because people just feel like it? No, people done lost their everlasting mind. They under pressure. You know how it is. You asking a girl out on a date for the first time when you was in high school. You know how nervous you get. You know, you about to take a test, an exam. You know how nervous you get. You bring home a bad grade card and you about to get your butt whooped. You know how nervous you get. You listen, you can get so nervous you'll puke, you'll vomit, you'll poop on yourself, you'll pee because you're so nervous or scared. How do you think that is no different? Just because you grown don't mean none of that has changed. Everybody is under that kind of pressure right now. You don't know how you're gonna pay your bills. You don't know how long you're gonna have this job because you don't want to quit, but the job talking about they might be doing some layoffs. Soon as your job start telling you they're gonna be doing some layoffs, all you thinking is how much stuff you own and how much stuff you might have to sell and how much stuff that, man, how am I gonna figure this out? How I'm gonna stay in my house? How I'm gonna eat? I'm telling you, family, it's the pressure. So right now, if you don't learn how to grow some food right now, right freaking now, you gonna starve tomorrow. That's my word. That's my word. That's my word on it. If you don't learn how to grow some food right now, you're gonna starve tomorrow. And I ain't talking about years down the road. I'm talking about, man, soon. And this is the reason, this is what gets me about this. Because there's so many platforms out there that scream this, do it now, or this is happening, this is coming soon, I can't believe this. This is all of them catchphrases that throw everybody off. We so sick of seeing that crap that now anybody that say any kind of warning, you just walk right past them. You scroll right past that person that's really about to give you some real knowledge, because there's so many people out there, they making that money off of scaring people. Fear and pandemonium is profitable. Fear and pandemonium is profitable. Half the people that's sitting here warning you just on this platform alone don't know shit. Ain't never been through nothing, ain't gonna go through nothing. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. I peeps it sometime. I be like, man, give me a break. This person ain't never ever needed a meal in their life. This person ain't never ever not had no spare change in their pocket in their whole life. Period. Because you don't have to be from the military to see what's going on. You don't have to be no tactical training. You could just be poor and understand. If you was raised and you had a time where y'all ain't had no damn money and wasn't no food in the house, that's the best training ever. Everybody say, Led, was you in the military? No. Being broke taught me this. You ain't gotta go to the military. I know people that been to the military and ain't sure about how to do half this stuff, because just that stigma is everybody think that just because you've been in the military, you know everything. My whole family is Air Force. Just because you've been in the military don't mean you know everything about survival. You made it through boot camp and now you're a janitor. That's how it works. Just because you made it into the military, when I tell you my whole family is Air Force, the first thing you think is, oh, all of them was pilots, fighter pilots. No. My daddy was an engineer and my sister was an engineer. My cousin was a tank operator. So, no. Being poor as hell with children in the house and a wife or a husband trying to make ends meet, that's where you learn how to survive. Now, I'm not saying if you saw active duty or war, that's a whole nother ball game. But everybody say, yeah, I was in the military. What did you do? Well, yeah, nope. I see a lot of people pulling rank and say, I was in the military. So you got to believe all these other people on these different platforms. I was in the military. So what did you do, though? That's the question nobody is asking them. What did you do there? So that throws me off. You know what I don't have to explain, though? What I don't have to explain? What poor look like. What broke feel like. Because everybody, most people understand that. I don't have to explain to nobody what broke feel like, or what hungry feel like, or desperation, or cunning. Start to get crafty about it. How I'ma feed my kids? A pack of ramen noodles turn into a whole Thanksgiving dinner after a while. Period. You just SEI Family Garden. Yup. Just like on I'ma Get You Sucker. They was like, this one is for sewing, this one is for architect, this one is for dart throwing. All of them tags on they coat don't mean everything you think. You see somebody all armored up, that don't mean they got battle and active duty and saved a whole brigade of people. That don't mean nothing. And a lot of these people is false flaggers too. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's a lot of military. What do they call them when they fake being in the military? What do they call them when they fake being in the military? I forget what it's called. It's a lot of them right here on YouTube. Swear up and down that they been in the military, and they don't realize you ain't been in the military so much that other military personnel know that you have not been in there. Imposters is another, that's it, valor thieves. Valor thieves, that's it. Stolen valor. You scum of the earth. Scum of the earth, just like the people that's impersonating police. Scum of the earth. Want to be something that you can't be. It's pathetic and pitiful. These people out here fighting wars for us, and you're pretending to fix your mouth to say that. I know one in particular, and they know that I know. One. And I promise you, I will never, ever, ever, ever talk to this person for the rest of my life. Just for that alone. Forget the rest of the bad stuff they did. Forget that right there. My father and my uncles and my aunts died for this country, and you pretending to be what they were? Get out of here, bum. But I'm telling you right now, yeah, they on YouTube, but I'm gonna leave that alone. They know they're a liar, and they know. A liar know they're a liar. Even when they done taught themselves that this is the truth. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't start growing some food right now, you in some trouble. I'm looking around, and you know what it made me do today? It made me get up, check my preps, go rotate my food, and now I gotta go. I said, I'm not done. I don't got 7 years. I don't got 7 years of food stored up. It's time for me to get back on my stuff and go get 7 years of food. I'm gonna tell you this. Let me put it in a way that a lot of people understand. When you gain weight, it's easier to gain weight than it is to lose it, right? Everybody either heard about that, or they're dealing with it right now, or have dealt with that. It's easier to gain weight. You gain weight real quick. It's hard to work it off, right? It's hard to work that weight off. Okay, I need you to come on with me with this analogy. Okay, it's easy to gain weight. You eat a donut and your thigh grow another 20 pounds, right? It's easy to gain weight. It's super hard, and it takes super long to get that little bit of weight off. This economy is no freaking different. This economy ain't no different, family. This economy ain't no different. We are slowly running out of food and resources. This country, we got situations point. If you hear what I'm saying, we got situations pointed at us all around the world. It seems like everybody in every other part of the world got something pointed at us. Don't nobody like us. You understand what I'm saying? So if we're economically crippled right now, man, we can't deal with no war right now. We can't deal with no bad situations right now. We're so economically crippled. It's been going on for about 4 to 6 years. 4 to 6 years we've been slowly being worse off than the day before. For the last good 6 years. How long, my whole weight analogy is this, how long do you think it's going to be before we bounce back economically, financially, spiritually? How long do you think it's going to take for this country to bounce back? Because it's no different than weight loss. It's no different than weight gain. You gain it like that, but it's a slow journey trying to lose that little bit of weight, that little 10 to 20 pounds you put on over the holidays. This economy is the exact same. It's the exact same, family. If you just put on 20 pounds, it's going to take you more than 20 days to lose it. Right now, this economy, we have lost so much. We have lost people. We have lost jobs. We have lost everything. Food, supply, friends overseas. We're losing allies. So if it took 6 years for us to get to where we are right now, how long do you think it's going to be before we recover? Think about that. It's not going to just take just 6 years to recover, because that 6 years is in the hole. We got to patch that hole up first before we even move forward. It's no different than your bank account. If you in a negative, you got to put that money in to fill that negative before you get a positive account balance. Ain't no different. This economy ain't no different. We keep sweetening up the words to make it sound like it's something different. You know, I came out here with that tiller the other day. It was about to rain. And I did that anyway. I was like, the rain gonna end up catching me because I gotta get this in. I did that, family, because, man, this is all bad. This is all bad. So I'm urging everybody up in here, please, please grow some food. Not for me, for you. For you, because I'm telling you, man, people, why do I say 7 years? I'm gonna have you Google that, Country Hustle. 7 years. Just trust me on this. 7 years. Put 7 years worth of food away. And ask other people why 7 years. If you don't know why 7 years, I ain't gonna be able to tell you. But trust me, put away at least 7 years of food. I'm telling you. If you don't learn how to grow some food right now, or put some food away, let me tell you something else, family. True story. If you don't have, if say you live in an apartment, now I'm about to hit you over the head with this one. Say you live in an apartment, because everybody always say, Led, you always hard on people living in an apartment. There's still no excuse. If you can't grow food because you live in an apartment, this is what I'm gonna urge you to do. You can't grow food, technically, right? Okay. But you know what you can do? You can learn how to can. You can learn how to pressure can and water bath can. You can learn how to dehydrate in that apartment. You can learn how to store food. So if you can learn how to store food, you can go buy canned food, and everybody is sleeping on your local farmer's market. Go to the farmer's market, get them onions, get them sweet potatoes, get them carrots, get them apples from your local farmer's market, and Can that food and put it away. If you cannot grow a garden, if you can't grow a garden or your gardening is limited, you still need to be putting food away. There is no excuse for that. Not now. If you cannot grow a garden right now, you need to be at that farmer's market every nickel and dime you get. Not at the shoe store, not at the mall, not at the rim shop. You need to be at the doggone farmer's market and buy all that stuff in bundles, big giant boxes, and can that stuff every day. Pressure can it, hot water bath can it, dehydrate. You need to be putting food away like that. If you can't grow it, then go get it. There is no excuse, because I'm telling you, when it go down, I ain't gonna say when it go down, because it's already going down. When things get so bad where you're thinking about asking somebody else for food, because that's when it starts. When you have to ask another human being to share food, things done went too far. Things have gone too far in your life, in your household. If you have to literally even think about, I might have to ask somebody, can they loan us a little something? If you start thinking like that, even thinking about it, you are behind the gun. You need to get your doggone self together, because that's where we are right now. That's where we are. And for the life of me, I don't even understand how people is just walking around. And I'm going to touch on something else, another comment that I got. I see people with wigs on and eyelashes and these clothes with the names on them and stuff. And I'm going to say this. All I do when I see people like that with all this fly stuff on is I be thinking, like, how much did all that cost? I bet you they ain't got no food in the pantry. You know, I think that anyway. I be like, I bet you they ain't got no food in the pantry. None. And somebody in the comments was like, why you always showing off all your stuff? Why you always showing off all your stuff? I'm not showing off all my stuff. I'm showing you what you should be working on. I do this to give you some kind of idea of maybe you should be thinking about an electric bike, because the gas prices is going back up. I'm showing you maybe you should think about one of these solar generators, because the rolling blackouts, they're not just routine anymore. They're dangerous. These rolling blackouts, you know what you don't see in the news? These rolling blackouts are killing people. Think about that, man. Now, I want to put something else on your mind. The Mississippi River has dried up so dry, it's exposing sunken ships from the 1800s. The mighty, mighty deep Mississippi River is so dry you can walk across half of it and get to all these special islands, and literally are showing you sunken slave ships. Somebody just said sunken slave ships from the 18 and 1700s. Go look at, go Google it. I can't make none of this up. Look at it yourself. The mighty, mighty Mississippi. If we're running out of water that bad, let me put something on your temple. If we're running out of fresh water that bad, where's we gonna be drinking water at? Where are we getting water from? I got my dehydrator in there going right now. And every time I fill up that that dehumidifier, every time I fill up that dehumidifier, I pour it in a container and put it away. A dehumidifier is going to take the moisture out of the air through condensation and evaporation and put that water in that tank. I take that water in that tank and I put that in a water jug and I put it away. Because if lake beds and mighty rivers like that are drying up, if the doggone, what is that, in Nevada, The Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam. If that water is dried up to the point they're gonna damn near walk across it, we got water drying up in certain places so dry they finding dead bodies that been in barrels for the last 50, 60 years. Let's be realistic. I'm not saying nothing that ain't true. I'm not saying nothing that's not factual. Nothing. Lake Mead, yeah. They are finding 50 and 60-year-old bodies in barrels that somebody probably was murdered. Clearly, they was murdered because that'll be a jacked up way to commit suicide. But you dig what I'm saying. They would have never found, think about how deep those lake beds are. They would have never found those barrels because they've been looking for these people for 50 years, 60 years. The water was so deep, they just called it off like, look, we're going to die, but we ain't going to go all the way to the bottom. Now it's that dry. It's that dry to the point people is walking up to the barrel. Hey, it's a dude in here. Some of these lakes are drying up so dry. These mighty lakes now are drying up so dry that we're seeing old black settlements from our ancestors that they flooded out their cities. They flooded out their city. They just blocked it up and flooded it so they can have a lake. All of those towns, they didn't even move the houses. It's like the movie Poltergeist. They didn't even move the houses. They didn't move the graves, nothing. So underwater, all the way underwater, it looked like doggone, what is that? I can't think of the place. Atlantis. It looked like a real, true life. Ain't no, we wonder if Atlantis was real or not. No, these towns are. And the lake beds is drying up so dry. The houses are still standing. The gravestones are still standing. It's still cars and toys and stuff down there. Toys, cars, homes, churches. The water is drying up over, I think it's in Italy, where some sunken church, now they can see the steeple of the church because the water is down. So, you know, they over there in them little gondola boats. Nah, in a minute over there where they be having them little gondola boats, they're going to need an e-bike because they ain't got no water. This ain't an America thing. It's a global thing. And we keep putting it off and pointing the finger instead of keep blaming. Man, let's put our heads together, come up with some solutions. That's what I have a problem with. When people keep scaring people, if you're gonna scare people, give them a solution. This goes out to I'm gonna just say YouTube, to every YouTube content creator. If you're gonna do the whole death rattle, scare the crap out of all the rest of the viewers, if you're gonna do that for content, who am I to say don't do it? But at least give people a doggone solution. Don't just say, oh, they about to attack, we are doomed, and then cut your video off. Throw in there somewhere where this is what I think we ought to do. Because people are being desensitized to the fear mongering. They're being desensitized to it. And to the point people don't even realize how real and detrimental it has now become. Look how real it is now. Right now, this is October in South Carolina. I'm supposed to be knee deep in water right here on my land. Here's the creek bed right here. This all supposed to be soggy and wet. It's beautiful out here. You can't wait for the rain to water your garden. Look, let me talk about the people in those drought areas like California, right? Those people like in California and Nevada and all Arizona. Where is these people getting water from? I've gotten emails of they're putting a lot of Californians and Arizonians on water restrictions. Like you can only use your water from A to B, whatever time it is. I don't quote me on that because I don't know. I don't live in California. I'm just telling y'all what I'm being told by friends here in the Greenhouse Lounge. They're putting y'all on water restrictions. Anybody here from Cali know about that? On the water restriction crap? That, man, we ain't thinking. We think this is a game. We think this is just entertainment. YouTube, cut on YouTube for entertainment. Man, you better be getting some knowledge on this mug. And I'm gonna say this, unfortunately, I know everybody is screaming wolf on the things to come. Everybody crying wolf. And you getting desensitized to it, but it's to a point where things are so bad, you might have to just listen to everybody screaming wolf. I ain't gonna lie to you. And as much as I hate that. As much as I hate it, I'm gonna say, you may have to listen to everybody and give them their views or whatever it is they looking for, because I would hate for you to not listen and then get hit over the head with the crap that's going on. Try your hardest not to get desensitized to this mess. Please. The reason I'm saying this, the reason I'm standing up for it is because I don't want to see nobody get hurt, man. Because I'm telling you, I'm not joking around. I'm trying to make sure my family is slick, my family is cool, my people is cool. It's gonna get ugly when somebody come knocking on your door, talk about some, can I get down with a little bit of man, no, man. And it ain't that I hate you, it ain't because I dislike you, it's because you was here, and I bet a couple of them, you was watching my channel telling you to grow some damn food. Come on, man. Come on, man. I got 5-gallon buckets back there that I just cleared out, that I'm about to put food in them too. Well, I done planted some seeds in them too. I got my garden over here, and I'm gonna show you one right here. My other garden bed right there, I'm about to put down some sugar cane. I'm about to put my sugar cane down right there. I let it set in buckets this year, but right there, I'm gonna run me a bunch of sugar cane and then get that bed ready for okra. I got my bees. I done extracted some honey. I should have recorded it. I'm telling you. So before I go, I'm just gonna go around and just show you something, okay? For the people that can't grow food, don't sleep on your farmer's market, and don't sleep on your canned goods. Don't sleep on your dry goods. Let me tell you another game right here. You know how people buy the MREs, the already ready to eat meals, you know, the military, you pay $1 billion for that. You pay $1 billion for those ready to eat meals, right? The MREs. You pay $1 million for those. Have you ever heard of what is that stuff called? Hamburger Helper. That's a damn MRE. I got this pack of chicken noodle pot pie dry goods, and it's in my house, and you go buy that same, look, this I'm gonna show you. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do, because I need to show you this. It's gonna blow your freaking wig back, okay? Let me see. Let me show you something. This is gonna take me a quick second, but I gotta show you. I'm gonna show you. Please enjoy the scenery or something. All right, I'm back, y'all. but I had to do this. No, I didn't want to do this, but this is something I need everybody to see because you're going to be like, what? I was in a store one day. If you go, let's start with Walmart, okay? You can go to Walmart. You can go to Sportsman Warehouse. I'm telling you places I've been. Sportsman Warehouse, Cabela's, what's the other one? Academy Sports. It's a couple of other ones. You can go to these places and buy the already made meals. Go in the camping section and they got these ready-made meals for you to eat. You can just keep in your bag. Y'all know, everybody heard of those ready-to-eat meals for camping and hiking? I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you where I got this from. I got this from a person that's on YouTube. I'm gonna shout his channel out because the man is a genius. He's actual military. Anybody ever heard of Corporal's Corner? Man, I watch him religiously. The dude know what he talking about. He know what he doing. Period. Corporal's Corner. If you ever go over there, go like, share, subscribe, whatever you do over there, man, give that man some love. That man know what he doing. You know what he do on every freaking show? After he show you how to build your freaking structure, he make a meal. And this one he hit me with this maybe 6 months ago, and I was like, how stupid. There's your MRE right there. Just add water. Just add water. Just add water, family. What is this? Chicken and pasta sauce and fettuccine and gravy chicken. Just add water. I ran all the way in the house to get that. By the way, it's $1. $1. Just like they said on Trading Places, $1. You want to know why after he said that I went and looked? You go to the camping section. It's not this exact stuff, but you flip it over and every exact same thing that's in that MRE pack is in this doggone thing. They want $9 for the one in the camping section. This got a whole nother label on it and it's $1. Just add water. So of course, I cleaned them out. Come on, man. We gotta think. If you cannot grow your garden, you start getting stuff like this. You start getting things like this and put that stuff in something like this. I've been telling y'all this for about 6 or 7 years. Bug out bucket. I've been saying this forever. Put that stuff away, put a lid on it, and put it away. Period. Throw some bay leaves in there if you're nervous and put it away. Put it in a dark place and temperature control and just forget about it. I'm telling you, we overthinking this. We overthinking survival. We are so technologically spoiled that we're forgetting the simple stuff. You want to know something? When he showed me this, it wasn't this particular brand, but you know what I'm saying. When he showed me this, you know what I thought of? I remember years ago when my kids was little, my baby boy, Little Led. When Little Led was little, I remember having to go get some baby lotion, right? Some in the pink bottle, you know what I'm talking about. The name brand one. I went to the baby section to get the baby lotion in the pink bottle. So we still shopping. So I'm going down there to get me like some mouthwash and stuff or whatever, down this aisle. I turn around, here go the same baby lotion in the pink bottle. Same brand, same bottle. I paid $7 back there in the baby section. I paid $7 for this lotion in the baby section. At the time, it's $2.97 in the front of the store by the pharmacy, down the aisle I was at. If you don't believe me, go do this yourself, and I'm gonna tell you how this works. The exact same brand, exact same bottle. This, let me grab this again. This bottle was $7. This bottle was $2.97. And I'm doing this to him like, what? Guess what was different? The only thing was different on that lotion was this barcode. There was a barcode from the one I got up front by the pharmacy down everybody's aisle, grown people aisle. And there was one, a different barcode, like the last 4 numbers was changed, in the one back in the baby aisle. You can get baby wipes in the baby aisle, and the baby wipes in the baby aisle, they want about $7 for them. And then you go to the front of the store by the pharmacy where the dude wipes and stuff is at. Guess what? Them is $1.57. Same wipes. One just ain't got a baby face on it, or just that the few numbers is changed on that barcode. If you think I'm playing, go test what I'm telling you. I can't make this up because you can go and check it out your own self. Go check it out yourself. Go and look and see that baby lotion back in that baby aisle, because I'm sure nothing has changed. If you got a good scam going, you gonna keep that going until somebody sue you. They ain't gonna change that. Go back in that baby aisle and get that baby lotion. Now, the only reason I'm saying the baby lotion, because I know that for sure. Get that pink bottle, you know what it is. Grab it, it's about $7, $8, and go to the front by the pharmacy. Same pink bottle, baby lotion. Look at that barcode is different and save you about $5. Telling you, man, I've done this way too long not to be steering people wrong. I've done it, I've seen it, I'm telling you right now. If you don't believe me, go try it yourself and you're gonna be like, oh my God. This is like theft. That's the old walnut shell switcheroo. So, I'm not gonna keep y'all. I just wanted y'all to understand right now, if you can't grow no dang on food, you gonna starve in the coming year or so. You gonna be awful hungry. You gonna be doing some strange stuff for food. Number 2, if you ain't got no space to grow no food, or you live in an apartment, that is no excuse. Go start storing your food away. Get you some food, go get you some canned goods, put away, put them under your bed. Take them shoes from up under your bed. Take them stuffed animals from under your kid's bed. Go put you some food rations up under there. Put you some food rations under there. Learn how to pressure can. Learn how to pressure can. Go hit up them farmer markets and get as many apples as you can afford. Get as many pears as you can afford. Get as many grapes as you can afford. Can that stuff up for the near future, it look like. Now, I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. I was gonna take y'all around and show you, but I didn't want this video to be long because I got these beautiful, I'm gonna take you anyway. I got these beautiful persimmons getting ripe on me. And these are some of the most beautiful persimmons I have ever seen. This is the Tamarpan persimmon. Look at that. The leaves are beautiful and the fruit is beautiful. Can you see that? This is what we need to be doing. I'm gonna tell you right now, because I'm gonna take you around with me for a minute. I'm gonna go this way first. If you plant a tree today, God willing, you'll have fruit in the future. If you don't plant no tree at all, you ain't gonna have jack. People say it takes so long to grow fruit. I don't want to do it because it takes so long to grow. Well, if you don't get started, ain't nothing ever gonna grow. Ever. I got bananas. I'm sitting under the banana tree and totally forget that. I got a banana flower coming out right there. It might not make it, but I can eat that flower. Everybody, this ain't for decoration. I got bananas, pecans, persimmons, pears, apples, peaches, almonds. I'm growing all of this stuff out here, man. Persimmons, they about ready. Oranges, lemons, loquats, kumquats. Do you have a video how to grow a steak? No, I don't, my friend. I don't. I really don't. Look at this, full of fruit. Full of fruit. All of these are banana trees. All of that, I wrapped that around my whole island on purpose. Look, both sides. I made it so I can get my lawnmower through there. But all of these is bananas, fruit bearing. You can grow bananas almost anywhere, my friend. Apples, blueberries. Here's the regular garden y'all see. Apples, chickens. Man, listen, I'm not doing this just for content. I'm always hoping that it at least inspires somebody to try it. Like, please, just try it. Because this is the thing about this. Nothing bad can happen to you for trying this. I'm not showing you how to smoke cigarettes or nothing. I'm showing you how to survive by growing some food. How can you go wrong? You know what? If somebody's showing you how to grow food, what's the worst could happen? And the other thing, I get a lot of, oh, he think he all that, he high and mighty, this and that. This is what I want those people to do, to keep on commenting that or emailing me that. This is what I really want you to do, because I don't hate you for it. As a matter of fact, when people tell me stuff like that, or you think you all that because you got all this, you got that, this is what I want you to do. For the people that say that to me all the time, I understand what it looks like because you may have just subscribed to me. So it probably looked like I'm boasting or showing off or something of that nature. I want you to go back on my channel at least 6 years and see how hard I've been grinding to get here. And I haven't even reached the pinnacle where I want to reach. I haven't even gotten to where I want to be. But look how I've been grinding. Now, mind you, that's 6 years just on this camera, just of videos. That ain't what I do when this camera go off. 6 years, just say 6 years. I'm not gonna go back no further than that. You ain't gotta go back no further than that. Because if you go back any further, it'll probably make you cry. You go check out what I did years ago and what I've done, how I got here. Before you say I just was kind of born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Nah, I worked for all of this. I worked my ass off. And this is where I want everybody to be. I want you to feel like I'm safe. I got enough food. I got enough shelter. I got enough protection. That's where I want you to be. It ain't about bragging. It's trying to help y'all get if you're not together, I'm trying to help you get together. You can't make a right decision, I'm trying to help you make a right decision. Because I've already done it, I've already lived it, and I'm living it right now. But you can't get nothing done if you don't grab that damn shovel and jam it in the dirt and start digging your first hole for your tree. If you don't go till that earth, you ain't gonna be able to plant no food. If you don't get them 5-gallon buckets and put the hole in the bottom of it and jam some peppers in it, you ain't gonna eat. So I'm gonna show you something else before I go. Because you see my chickens, my rabbits, it's food, man. Everyday food. Pears. I walk past these pears and pomegranates every day, and everybody don't pay them no mind. Kumquats. Almost ready. This tree is loaded this year too. You can't hardly see them. Kumquats. I want y'all to see something. And I found the tag to Lillian. This is Lillian, my lemon tree. Let me tell you something about this tree. This tree was about, I'm gonna show you how big it was. It was this big. It was actually smaller than this. It came up to about here. That's where she started, just like that. Now look. I need you to see this so you will understand what I mean. I bought this lemon tree. I bought this lemon tree in 2010. I bought it in 2010, and it was in one of those little Home Depot cans, little bucket. Y'all see them all the time when you go to Home Depot in a little, either a yellow for the lemons and the orange for the oranges, right? Little tin can. And I probably still got that can to this day. She was in that 12 years ago. And on my other land, I kept it in a doggone pot. I brought this tree all the way from my real land, my real homestead, brought it to this house and finally put her in the ground. 1 year after I moved in this house. And here it is now, taking up almost the whole side of my house. I'm showing y'all this because I'm giving you a little bit of guiding to show you if you start now, man, look, 10 years was nothing. Look, the last presidency is over. That was 4 years. It's been 2 years after the last presidency. We 2 years into another presidency, right? That's 6 years. Can you believe it? It's been over 6 years. We've been through 2 presidents, and it don't even look like it, don't even feel like it. It went like that. If you don't plant nothing right now, you ain't gonna never be able to harvest or reap nothing. You ain't gonna never be able to if you don't put in the work right now. I'm gonna show you this. Right now. Do y'all see that? Y'all was with me when me and my daughter planted this tree. When me and my daughter planted these 3 Satsuma orange trees, y'all was with me. Because remember, I messed my back up. Princess led, I was digging this hole and I messed my back up. And Princess led finished the job for me. She, my baby girl, planted these 2 trees. So this one is hers. This is my baby's tree that I planted. Where we planted this tree, the tags is around here somewhere. Hold on. Me and my daughter planted this tree in 2017. 2017, we planted this tree, and I still got the video to this very day of me and my daughter planting these trees. And now it's loaded every year full of Satsuma oranges. Every year. every year, loaded. Can you imagine what's going to happen in another 7 years with these orange trees? Can you imagine that? Look at this. We're about to have a water crisis. How will you hydrate yourself? Naturally. This is an alternative to water. These trees uptake water in some of the driest soil. Keep all your seeds too. Because we don't know what tomorrow brings. Put them in your pocket. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. So I'm telling you this now, it's fall. Trees is on sale. Trees is in clearance at Lowe's, Home Depot, even Walmart got fruit trees, especially down in Florida. All these nurseries, they getting rid of their trees for the season. Go get you some damn trees. Because in a minute, right now it's cute. In a minute, you're going to be praying that this tree got this much fruit on it. You're going to be praying. Like, please. That's one tree. The other one is loaded too. So, telling you, I can go through here. Y'all was with me. Y'all was with me when I grafted this tree. I chopped this tree down to here. And all of this has grown in a year's time. I did this last year. I planted this little tree and I cut it off last year, and it did this in a year. I'ma say this. Don't congratulate me. Just get started. So this stuff is not just food, it's medication. This is medicine. You know what citrus do for your system? Apples, you can turn apples into vinegar. Turn apples into wine. Wine into vinegar. Wine and vinegar into fuel. Just saying. So, I'm going to come back out here because y'all ain't even see the other side of my house. All of them is fruit trees too. Let me get over here. All of them is fruit trees too, every last one of them. Look at this, every last one of them. And I'm going to tell you this. Yeah, they might not be bearing right now, but they will. Some of them is. But if you don't get them in the ground, because you don't want to wait 5 years to get fruit, see how that sound? There is no feeling like when year 5 come. Like they say pecans, you won't have no pecans growing on your tree for like 15 years. That's a 15-year lie. I got a handful of pecans off this tree last year. Now both of them have bloom. We getting pecans off of both trees, enough to get us satisfied. Every year to go past, we get another bucket of pecans. Do the math on that. And with pecans, think about it, for my vegans and vegetarians that keep giving me such a hard time, you could just eat them pecans and be cool. You can just eat pecans and be cool. But if you don't get your butt up and get out there and grow a pecan tree, you ain't gonna eat. Or you're gonna end up doing something that you don't wanna do, which is eat meat. Because people that say that ain't never been hungry. I'm a vegan, I'm a vegetarian, you ain't never been hungry. You ain't never been hungry. You would not classify yourself like that if you ever had hungry days. Cause you know there's times you gonna end up eating something bad. You don't want to, you don't think you will. I like to hear that too. Hmm? I like to hear when people say, I'll never eat a piece of flesh in my mouth. That's what Tom Hanks said on Castaway. Huh. Him and Wilson was vegans. By the end of the movie Castaway, Tom Hanks was in a loincloth spearing fish like a native. Tell nobody what you will and what you won't eat. You know? That make you look stupid. Just be like, man, I try to eat better. Or I try to eat good. But when you label yourself and put yourself in this category, you look real stupid one day when somebody actually slipped you a little soup with some ham hock in that mother. When people say they vegans and vegetarians, only to your knowledge. Only to your knowledge. Now I can see raw vegans eat stuff that's just fresh off the tree, you know. But them other ones, salads and stuff and soups, you ain't never worked in no nasty restaurant like the rest of us, because we know this is tastes just like chicken too. I hear that a lot. I hear some of them eating at some of these restaurants. Oh, that really does taste like beef. Wow. I would have never known. Only thing tastes like beef is beef. So they just pulling a fast one on you, man. It's all to it. So I'm going to leave it there, everybody. I'm sorry for staying on so long, but I just wanted to show you just a few things of... I'm going to show you guys a picture of this house when I first bought it, if I can find any. I want to show you something. Behind me, right behind me, let me show you something. This garden right here was a gigantic, I forget what kind of tree it was, but it was taller than this one. It was taller than this one. All throughout my land was trees. You couldn't see all the way up there because it was so many trees. It was a tree everywhere. And I still got some of the stumps. One of the stumps, this was a tree. This was a tree that I put this, I feel like I'm standing on one too. Here, look, you can still see the stump from this tree. See that? It's just now still breaking down. This was a big tree. There were so many trees on my land, you couldn't see my house. You couldn't see my house. This right here, there's another stump right there. That's a stump. I came here and I cleared my land and got rid of all of them trees that ain't doing me no good. I don't need no shade. I need food. My neighbors thought I was crazy. My neighbors thought I was crazy. Said this man just moved in the neighborhood. I even had a lady come down. You can't remove all those trees, ma'am. I'm gonna have to ask you never to come back down here no more. You didn't come and ask me my name. You didn't introduce yourself or anything. I don't know if you my neighbor or not. I had just moved in the house. And she hit me with that. I said, can you do me a favor? Never come back over here again, okay? Ever. Not while I live here. Or I'm gonna give you a hard time. Come and tell me what I can and can't do on my land. And she ain't been back. Because I meant that. But I'm gonna tell you this. You know what they do now? They stop. They're jogging or they walking their dogs and they stop. And they ask me questions. What are all those yellow things on that tree? Lemons. What are all those orange things on that tree? Oranges. You can grow oranges in South Carolina. You can grow lemons in South Carolina. What are all of those? Pecans. What are all those? Orange little things. Loquats, apples, pears. I have my neighbors and they know they will stop here in a heartbeat. Are those chickens? Mm-hmm. You want some eggs? Are those bees? Yeah, want to taste some honey? I went from people being mad and upset with me because I got rid of all those damn trees that ain't doing nobody no good, and I fed my family with this boy. Now, they're not stopping to criticize me. They're stopping to say, wow, that's incredible. I've never seen lemons grow in South Carolina. Or they said oranges. One person told me, they said you can't grow oranges in South Carolina. I said, well, you've been seeing them grow in my yard for the last 5 years. That's what those orange things are. Those aren't Christmas decorations. That's food growing around my house. No, I guess they thought they was like Christmas bulbs or something because the fruit starts to turn color around the holiday season. The lemons, so it kind of looked like a Christmas tree, I guess. You'll see the lemons, you'll see the limes, and you'll see the oranges. So you got yellow, orange, green. So people is looking probably like thinking I'm just decorating for the holiday. No, that's food. That's food. I'm cutting the grass and I gotta watch where I cut because I might cut some of my food. Fig trees all over the place. Food. Family. A lot of us homesteaders and gardeners, we don't do this to be cute. We see something happening. We see something wrong. And I'm gonna tell you something else that I want to, before I go, I got 4 minutes before I go. I need us, for all of us gardeners that garden right now, I've been doing this all my life. For all of us gardeners that know what we're doing, I want to throw something in there. I got a couple of comments on my video where I was tilling my garden. People say you shouldn't till your garden because you're destroying the ecosystem in the soil. No, you're not. We get our information mixed up and we run with that garbage. That's why I don't listen to that. You're not destroying the ecosystem in your soil if you're tilling. Listen to my words, because I don't like playing with words. If you're just tilling your garden, this is a 30 by 30 garden, 30 feet by 30 feet garden. I got acreage wrapped all around me, right? Years ago, I separated all my gardens into little parcels on my land. You know why? Because I've done the back to Eden garden crap, and that's how I ended up with these jacked up weeds right here. They'll never go away from the freaking back to Eden crap. Bringing other people wood chips here, didn't know it was an infestation of all kind of diseased crap and weeds and vines that with thorns on it. That's came from the back to Eden. I'll never do that again unless I get the tree from my own land. This is what you do. People are mixing up farming with gardening. Apples and oranges, man. Apples and oranges. People keep getting the rules and laws of gardening mixed up with the rules and laws of farming. Yes, if you take 20 damn acres and till it over and there's not a tree as far as the eye can see and all you see is broccoli, you have ruined the soil. They did it back there in the Great Depression. If you farm your whole land and your whole land has no other vegetation on it and you keep tilling and you keep tilling it, you will destroy your soil because where's the nutrients coming from? You got to put it back in the ground chemically. I don't. You know why I don't? Because every time I till my garden here and I till my garden right there, every time it rains, the water washes from the front of my house down to the back of my house, bringing all that nutrients back in my soil and feeds my garden. Now, this is another thing I need to tell you to prove my facts, not theories, my facts. If tilling my garden was deadly, I would never have a garden. People have been watching my garden for years. Fruit trees, gardens. So if that's destroying my soil for over the last 12 years, what? What happened? That's because, and it's surprising to people because they don't understand, you're mixing up the laws of farming with the laws of backyard gardening. It's a totally different thing. You don't got to, I'm planting trees in one hole, 2 trees in one hole. I got 2 apple trees. Let me show you real quick. I got 2 apple trees in one hole. The beaver ate the rest of them, but I'm gonna show you what's left, okay? Because I used to have in this hole right here. These 2 apple trees right here, you see them, one here. I got a Granny Smith and a Pink Lady. You see that? That's one big ass hole. As they grow up, they're gonna touch each other. I'm just gonna make sure they don't rub and they can grow alongside of each other. In farming, people gonna say, you can't do that. I've been doing it for years and it worked. I just showed you the same thing with those jujube trees, same hole. I ate fruit. The bigger they get, look, here you go, just to prove my point again. Look how close all these pears is together. You can't even tell one from another one. There's one, there's one, there's one. You ain't supposed to do that though. On a farm, you're not supposed to do that. On your land, your garden, you could do what the hell you want to. It's a difference. I'm successful every year. Every year. I'm not telling y'all this to boast. I'm telling you to prove, man, people be full of crap. They'll feed you this with a golden spoon. I'm trying to tell you what I know. I'm showing you the proof right here, right now. Everything I do is the proof is all around me. The proof. People say this persimmon tree, you can't grow that persimmon tree in South Carolina. It won't grow in South Carolina. I'm growing one of the most beautiful persimmon trees that you can ever find. There is not another persimmon that looks like this. Look like a giant acorn or like a little boy with a hat on. There is no other persimmon like this. I'm taking him. I'm taking him right now for y'all. This is a Tamapan persimmon. This is one of the most expensive, sought-after persimmons that you can buy. Can you believe that? So if you went out listening to everybody that's farming, telling you what you can't grow, you won't grow it because you just listen to a farmer that literally farms 20 to 40 and 100 acres of wheat and beans and soy and broccoli. He don't know nothing about the backyard. He don't know nothing about the backyard. He know how to put chemicals down, how to spray bugs with chemicals. He know how to till with them big tractors and ruin his land. That's what a farmer know how to do. I don't need no chemicals back here. People keep saying, Leah, how do you keep the bugs off your food? You don't. You win some, you lose some. You live to play another day. You win some, you lose some. I don't spray my trees with nothing because I got beehives all around my land. When I spray my trees for this kind of bug, I kill the bugs I want to stay. And for everybody to keep saying, oh, this pesticide don't hurt beneficial insects, beneficial my ass. That's a lie. That is a lie. I promise you that. That's a lie. If it kills beetles, it kills bees. Period. I don't listen to people that have been trying to destroy me before I was born. I do not listen to people that have been holding me down since before I was born. I'm not listening to you. You don't mean me no good. You have to listen, let me tell you this. You know, he had to be a comedian. He had to be a comedian. Because he did some funny stuff. Some people was, you know, maybe, missing a hand. Some people may be missing a leg. Some people may be, handicapped. Some people were born without money. Some people were born poor. Some people was born rich. He made us all different. Down to the fingerprint. He made us all different. But he gave us all one identical thing that we all have: a brain. Think about that. Some people missing an eye, was born without an arm, was born without a leg. I'm talking about birth defect. Sometimes people is born without certain appendages or certain health problems. But he gave us all a brain. And for the people to say some people is mentally challenged, don't think that they can't think. They just can't physically express it. So we shouldn't be treating them no different than we treat each other. They just can't express it because that's a physical problem. That's not a brain problem. We all got a brain. The only difference is some of us just don't use it. I'm going to just give that to you, and I'm going to let you sit on that for a minute. We all got a brain. Nobody is born without a brain. You might be born without a foot, an arm, an eye, something. But everybody that is born and lives is born with a brain. Ain't that something? Think about that. The only time you really, really screw up your blessing of having a brain is when you don't freaking use it. Stop listening to people that have been trying to destroy you since before you was born. Stop listening to people with that kind of agenda. Stop listening to these people. Look how this whole system is built. Look how this whole system is built. It's built for you to fail. It's built for you to struggle. It's built for you to just climb. You constantly, since the day you born, you struggling, you're climbing, you're trying to accomplish something as simple as normal survival. That's all really the basis of it, that's all anybody is trying to do is survive. But they have made it so hard. You mean to tell me I'm supposed to be listening to the people that made it this damn hard for me to function? You mean to tell me I'm supposed to be listening to the same people that make the laws that I need to work 16 hours a day away from my family? You think I'm supposed to listen to the same people, now listen close, that made up this law? I'm supposed to be listening to the same people that made up this law. For you to get some kind of supplemental income to help you through your hard times, your husband or your boyfriend can't live with you. If we catch him over here, we're going to lock him up and put you in jail. How is that helping? You mean to tell me I'm supposed to listen to the same system that's supposed to be helping me, but the same system to say, okay, I'm receiving a supplemental income, but if I so much as show I've made an extra $20 to $50 over the supplemental income, you'll cut my supplemental income off. Wait a minute, I thought this whole program was set in place so I don't have to stay in the ghetto. I thought this whole system was set in place so I can go find a job and move forward in my life and take care of my children. How is that system set up to help you? I know people that was kicked out of their homes because they end up getting a little side hustle and bringing a little bit more money in so they could get out of the freaking ghetto. Oh, we found out we found out you made a little extra money. We're gonna take $200 off of your supplemental income. But if I take $200, I'm only making an extra $100 doing that. So that I will lose $100. So you got a choice to make. But for now, for the next 60 days, you won't be getting $200 of extra supplemental money from us. So now you behind the gun. You got to stop and quit a job at the Golden Arches just so you can stay on the system, and your boyfriend better not come over there when the inspector is there. It better not be too many people in your house. But this system is the system I'm supposed to listen to tell me how to grow food and how to take care of my family. This is the system that we're all supposed to follow and listen to with no question. God gave us all a brain. You might be missing an eyeball. You might be out of shape. You might be fat. You might be too skinny, anorexic, missing a knee, missing a leg, bad back. But you got a brain, and you better start using it, because this is a blessing. When you get rid of that, you messed up. Start thinking for yourself. Grow you some doggone food. Because right now, what they want us to do is trust the same system. They want us all to trust the same system that have enslaved people, have murdered people. Is still some hokey pokey going on in politics. Them is the biggest criminals. Them politicians is, man, I've been living almost 50 years, and my parents was always watching, politics on TV. I have never heard or seen nothing like this. All of the old stories I heard about the old presidents and old politicians and stuff sleeping with people, that ain't got nothing on the politicians of today. These is outright mobsters, all of them. This is like they abolished stuff in Chicago. Elliot Ness and them. Now they the mobsters, not us. We get a chance. We don't have to watch that show Cops no more. We watch the political debates. Why ain't nobody arresting them? It's two ding-dongs up there right now, and I don't talk about politics, but it's two ding-dongs up there right now battling each other, and both of them is garbage. Georgia, you mean to tell me this is all we got? These people, this is the choices we got to help run the country? Shh. You locking people up for tickets, busted tail light, no insurance, driving under suspended license. But did you see what this dude just did? This dude just stole almost $1 billion from this company. Why is he still walking around? Why is this dude not in prison next to the dude that you locked up for driving under suspended license? Again, these are the people that made the system that we're supposed to blindly believe to make choices for us not to grow our own damn food. I don't listen to them, man. I don't listen to them. Them is also the people that made farmers spray all them chemicals on their land. Them is also the people that got them farmers out there spraying and putting all this trash in the ground and poisoning the land just so they can make $1. Like they ain't got enough of them. You better grow your own food. The safest food right now that you can get, is your own. Period. Here's another thing I'm going to say before I go, since I'm all the way in. Everybody keeps saying, but it don't say that on the label. It don't say this on the label. You trust the label? I keep telling people that. But it says all organic. You trust the label? You mean the company that's multi-billionaires, every last bag of their food has the same ingredient on it, whether it's rice, beans, potato chips. For some reason, each and every single bag tell you is, 35 calories per chip, this much fat, this much sugar. You mean to tell me you believe that? You read the labels and believe it? The only thing you can trust, period, is things you produce yourself and things you grow yourself in your own dang on garden. I don't trust nobody, man. That ain't got nothing to do with friendships to people or nothing. I just don't trust nobody, man. That's the part they want. They got everybody blinded. They got us blinded to the point you have to trust mobsters. The last time I trusted a mobster, I ended up locked up. Oh, it's all good, young blood. I got your back no matter what happened, all right? No matter what happened. How many people heard that before? Don't worry about it. I got you, all right? Young blood, just do what I follow me. I got you. No matter what. If they catch you, keep quiet. I got your back. You'll never see that fool again. Last time I listened and trusted a gangster, I ended up locked up. That I was done for the rest of my life listening to anybody. Period. They said, listen, before anybody came over to this rock, there was already people here with rules. Their rules and land laws had been practiced for thousands of years. Listen to me close. The people that were already here, their rules and land laws had been practiced for thousands of years. They worked with nature. Everybody was harmonious. Ain't it funny how even though there was different factions here, they had wars, but everything was still plentiful for thousands of years. They had wars too, but everything was still plentiful. Water, fresh air, clean air, food, deer, buffalo, you name it. But the wars were still happening. I'm not turning these people into angels. I'm just telling you how it was. All of us come over here. The people that came over and brought us to, okay? We only been here a few hundred years. And look where we are right now. We only been doing this for a few hundred years, y'all. And we done screwed up the whole damn planet. But we over history have been calling them the savages. They were called savages because they wore loincloths, lived in teepees. Some of them traveled, some of them stayed in place, ate off the land, hygienic. They were the savages. But those are the people I'm supposed to be listening to and following their coattails, telling me what to do. How did it work out for that first group of people that was already here? I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna leave it here. I don't trust nobody, I ain't listen to nobody. I'm gonna grow my own, eat my own, and do what I have to do, because everything that's gonna happen in the next couple of years is gonna kick us all swift straight in the nuts. You'll see. It's already doing it. We already getting kicked straight in the nuts. You ever see Charlie Brown, Lucy hold the ball and tell Charlie Brown to come kick the ball? Come on, Chuck. You got it, Chuck. I ain't gonna pull the ball, Chuck. You seen Charlie Brown? And soon as Charlie Brown get all happy and think that she ain't gonna pull that ball, she move it and he kick up in the air and land on his head. That's what we doing right now. That kick that Charlie Brown do, that's gonna be straight in our nuts if we don't prepare and get ourselves together. Guava. Everybody, I wanna say, have a wonderful day. Please, I hope a little bit of this, even if you don't like me, I hope a little bit of this sunk in and just, man, think about it. Look at the system we supposed to be following, man. How the hell do I pay more in taxes than I make on my job? Why do this dude don't gotta pay no taxes? It's just all effed up. I'm not listening to nobody else, man, tell me what I can and what I can't do. Oh, you can't have that many chickens? Man, make me stop then. Make me stop. I'm not listening to you no more. There didn't used to be no rule of how many damn chickens you could have. You know why? Because everybody used to have chickens. Everybody used to have goats. Everybody used to have lambs. When did we get so bullheaded where we can't? Oh, you can have 40 cats crawling and ripping up your damn curtains. See, this the part that I ain't listening to now. I will go down fighting. You can have 40 damn cats pissing your house up, living in the walls, and that's okay. All the police gonna do is go do a welfare check on that lady. Just gonna do a welfare check. The police look in there and you see about 400 cats. The lights go out and all you see is about 2,000 pairs of glowing eyes. No problem. You got 5 chickens in your backyard and everybody have a damn heart attack. I'm not listening to nobody else, man. Because them rules is backwards as hell. You can have 6 big-ass Great Dane dogs in your house, doo-dooing and peeing all on, living all on the couch, all in the recliner. Ain't nobody think that's a problem. But if I have 5 or 6 extra chickens, everybody hit the, oh, we gotta call the HOA people. I hear about these HOA properties. They said, well, we can't have chickens where we live. Get the hell out of there. Get out of there. Ain't you got enough rules in your life? Ain't you got enough rules? Stop on red, go on green, slow down on yellow, make a right signal when you turn right. Ain't there enough damn rules? Pay your taxes by this time. Make sure you sign this paperwork. Every day is a damn new law, it's a new rule. Ain't it enough laws and rules? Why would you go pay to be told what to do or told what not to do? Get out of there, man. I just don't understand. What have we become? We've become a people that's so dependent on others, because part of that HOA thing is somebody coming to cut your grass, somebody is guarding the doggone house at the gate. Man, what have we done? And if you paint your house the wrong color, we gonna tax you on it. Or you getting fined for that. Either change this house back the color we said, or we gonna give you a stiff fine. If you don't pay that fine, we put a lien on your house. That HOA stuff is real, it's legal. If you don't abide by HOA rules, they can put a lien on your house, whether you own it outright or not, or you got a mortgage. They'll put a lien on your house. You'll go try to sell your damn house, and you'll find out, well, we got some work to do. It's a lien on your house for about $2,500. $2,500 for what? Some unpaid HOA fees or something. I know a man right now that's paying that HOA fee. He tried to sell us, well, he finally sold it, but he had to pay that doggone lien on his house. So I'm going to leave that right there. All of us got a brain. God gave us all a brain. You might be missing your digits. You might be missing all kinds of stuff, but you got a brain. The only crime is if you don't use it. That's the only crime. All right? So I'm going to get out of here. Sorry I was on so long. Again, before I go, I want to say thank you to everybody for getting me up to 185,000 subscribers. It's been a long road. I appreciate it. I couldn't have got here without you. I really couldn't. I wish I could thank you better. Thank you, bro. And thank you, SoCal Gardener. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, brother, bro. But stop thinking like farmers and think like a gardener. If you got a farm, do your farming. But most of us watching me now, you got a garden. Stop trying to turn your garden into a farm. Even if you got a couple of acres, Homestead Heart got acres, but she ain't farming. She ain't ruining her soil. She ain't farming 20 acres of broccoli, right? Long as you know when to let your garden rest, man, till the earth. Tilling the earth is even in that history book. I'm gonna leave that alone. Laird Farmer 73, everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you. We done made it. 185,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for that. All right? Love you, and I'm out. Thank you, Harmo. Thank you, my friend.